right. Let's talk about Doug Stanhope.
Yes.
It's why he's a comedy legend because Cardiff actually sent me this in the middle of the night the other night while he was when he was done showing people John's naked ass. He sent me a clip of the police outside. Well, should we play that clip first for anyone that doesn't know the story?
Of the raid?
Yeah, like the one that came out first when people didn't know what was going on.
Let me find that.
You know what I'm talking about? The tweet I sent you?
Yeah, I ended up not putting that up because I have it right here. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so I woke up and saw this clip and I was like, what the fuck could have happened? I was perplexed because Doug Stanhope's a degenerate. You know, he's a drunk, but he doesn't seem like a criminal. He doesn't seem like he's running a drug operation or anything. Like, I couldn't imagine what the police were knocking down his door for. So people were left utterly confused when they saw this tweeted out the other morning or night.
Hold on 1 second. It's on Reddit.
Okay.
So just make sure there's no pop-up. Sometimes there is.
Oh, well. All right.
Police, search warrant, come to the door. Policía, tenemos una orden judicial para entrar y gritar, abrir la puerta.
So you just see that and you're like,
Please,
what the fuck is happening?
Nope, nothing.
So it's just a live stream of the SWAT team. I thought he got swatted or someone that was with him.
Yeah, he does hang out. Like, he's very liberal with the types of people he'll allow over his home.
He kind of just puts his address on the internet and says, come by.
Yeah. What's the story you told? You have a friend that did stand up in his shed or something?
Yeah, a buddy of mine does stand up out in Arizona. So he got invited one day by someone who was staying with Doug to go to his house or his compound. And he did stand up in his shed in front of Doug Stanhope and like 3 other people. He said it was the most nervous he's ever been. And he took a piss next to him, saw his dick.
That's a wild environment to have to be in.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Doug, by the way, is like I saw him at Skankfest. I think I told this story when we recapped Skankfest last year. And he made some blind joke that I've heard a million times. And I was like, it depresses me that a comedy legend is using a tweet that I've seen 1,100 times. And he goes, well, I also have a handicap. It's called alcoholism. I thought that was very funny.
That's where the difference is, right?
That's why he's a legend. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, luckily, later that day, Doug explained what happened.
Yes, he did. Here we go.
This is what happened. As you'll see from the video, this wasn't even supposed to happen. They were gonna come, then they didn't confirm. They didn't think they were coming. Then they did come, and it was a training exercise. And my fuck up is I Instagram live. Okay, they're coming in. I know they're coming in, but let me Instagram live without their consent. And and then I snuck around the side of the house after a bit and turned off my phone, or grabbed my phone, turned off the feed. And then I thought, oh, okay. And I checked my Instagram and there's nothing there. So I think maybe they have some kind of filter. If it's live and there's guns and police, and maybe they have a filter that shuts it down so you can't film a live fucking killing or murder, which made sense to me. So I didn't even think it went out except for the handful of people that saw it live. I thought, oh, no one really saw this, or maybe it didn't go out at all because I always hit the wrong fucking button. So I go on with my day. The fucking, as you'll see, the FBI raided every house. They had Bingo hiding in a closet. I had Derek. I don't want to ruin it for you because it's really fucking fun, and there's more footage. But just because I've caused such a ruckus, that was picked up in the news in Ghana.
It's quite a life he's leading.
Yeah.
And it is like, when I found that out, I never would have guessed that's what happened. But like, once you read it, you're like, oh, this is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know why I was worrying.
in a weird way. Like this actually makes perfect sense that it's some weird gag that Doug was up to. And then if you watch, like, if the footage of the whole live stream came out, because he put it up in this video that he did, and if you watch the whole thing, it's like him talking about like some comedy anniversary. He's like, "Hey, gang, just wanted to talk about," like, it's so over the top, like not Stanhope, you know?
Yeah. This is the explanation. He's sitting at his bar with two other people here.
Okay, so let's hear a little more about what happened.
She said, question. Our SWAT team, sheriff's office, needs a house or commercial building they can practice going in and out. No damage to doors or windows, no gun belts and van, not a tank. A van, not a tank. They're not going to bring the tank. They'll put up signs out front so neighbors know what's going on. Do you know anyone? That's passive aggressive. Do you know anyone that has a building or house they can borrow for 2 to 3 hours?
That is true. Of course, they're asking him.
No kidding. He's
Do
like,
you know anyone that wants to do this?
I do right now.
It's passive aggressive.
They can't use my house because my husband said no, and I have concerns about conflicts with the Airbnb license. Thanks in advance. I said, you can use my fucking house, absolutely. And then she gave me the deputy of the Cochise sheriff, county sheriffs, and he came out here and he hung out with us and looked around and was chatty. And he was going to call me yesterday because it's supposed to be tomorrow. Like, I'll let you know on Monday. Either way, he fucking no call, no showed. No, I think we were Bingo and I were like, no, you can bring the tank. You don't need to warn the neighbors. I want them to gossip.
You really cuffed me.
Yeah. I think we were too eager.
Imagine how much better that video would have been, because there was utter confusion before he put this podcast out. People were like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
And Doug's not like particularly active on social media. So there was just like, it felt like radio silence. No one really knew what was going on. How great would it have been if in that video there was a tank outside of his house?
Yeah. I want the neighbors to gossip.
Like, what? And the way it came out, honestly, because like I said, I think if you saw the full Instagram video and then the police show up, you might have been like, oh, this is some kind of joke, even though that doesn't seem like Stanhope. You know what I mean?
Right.
You wouldn't be just like, oh, randomly Doug pretended to get raided. It would have to be a situation like this where they're actually doing a practice thing. And he was like, oh, it'd be funny to film this. But yeah, if there was the element of the tank in there, that would have been even more legendary.
There's further explanation here.
Okay.
I thought, okay, we film a SWAT team coming in here, and I just happened to be doing a live Instagram about selling my book. And then all of a sudden a SWAT team comes in, and then we go social media dead, radio silence for weeks, and just let it fucking build up. And fuck you, Cochise County sheriffs. I gave you full fucking reign to do whatever you wanted here, and all we wanted was a funny little video.
So I think we have the part of the video, right?
Yeah, it's the feed we saw, and then some other footage, I believe.
Okay.
Here's the raid.
All right.
That guy that ran that open mic is dead.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, the Instagram live that he's doing.
Yeah.
Somebody's knocking. But if anyone has to knock, that means they don't know me well enough. So
Hello. Please don't move. What? Show me your hands.
are you fucking kidding?
This with me. Just one.
His acting is
That's the sound of
phenomenal.
my voice.
Pulls it off well.
I don't know who you think you are.
Come in.
I don't know who you think you are.
With your right hand, grab the back of your shirt, top collar. There you go. Pull up. Face down and rotate. So I'll tell you to stop. Oh. What? Keep standing face down and rotate your body. Keep rotating. Keep rotating.
Or he's got flies in his house.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. All right, walk backwards. Keep going. Keep going. Just be calling out, guys. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Hey, we'll just simulate this, sir. You can stand up. Yeah. So you keep that. Keep going. Jesus, fucking ask any questions. Relax, dude.
You forget, if you remember his episode of Louis, he is a good actor.
Right. That's
I want to see the movie that he starred in some movie. He talked about it with Sam Talent, where they basically ripped off Sam Talent's book and made it into a movie. But I want to see that because I feel like Stanhope would be a good actor. It was the perfect role for him. It's just like a degenerate road comic, basically.
right.
But yeah, very funny. And then like when Stanhope, when they were like leaving his house, it was just like it was all perfect Stanhope. He said something like, "Come back anytime unless we're doing illegal shit." The cops all laugh. So it was a good time. I'm happy to say that Doug Stanhope is still alive and well. Thank God, because he is truly a comedic treasure that I hope is around for at least a few more years. You know,
Give us a few. One more
Yeah.
special. One more special, please.
yeah. But yeah, one of the greats, and that played out perfectly. Where people were like, I honestly, like I said, I think if that Instagram Live stayed up, you would have been like, oh, it's a joke of some kind. You know what I mean? Like he gives it away a little bit.
Yeah.
So it all kind of played out perfectly, I think, where people were like, what the fuck is happening?
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Kragers did it.